Wasn't there news? Wasn't there other news? Hold up. We had errata. We had errata to look at. I'll press the news button. They snuck in some errata a few days ago. Yeah, other news. So first of all, we have a Battletome Slaves to Darkness errata update. Page 88, Archaon the Everchosen, replace this war scroll with the one in this document. Please note that the damage table has now been corrected. All right, they did it. They absolutely did it. If anyone has seen I do this every time an FAQ comes out for fun. You know, we do a little FAQ react segment. And just to check the tapes, I'll show you if I have it available, which I think I do. Here we go. And hey, I like stingers. We're checking the tapes.
We take a look at the tail of the tape.
Some of them may be involved with exotic stuff like dark matter.
An ABC News Brief brought to you by Michelob Light Beer. Now from Washington, Sandra Van Oger.
All right, Sandra Van Oger. What was the old Archaon War Scroll that they're talking about here? What was it? Well, this is from the Gods and Heroes December 2021 update, where they changed rules and gave new War Scrolls, and it was awesome. They did another balance update later this year where they said they could not change rules or points or War Scrolls, and it wasn't awesome. So I'm hoping they go back to doing what they used to do, because I like this one. This particular damage table: wounds suffered 0 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, and 16. What do? You can't just have it stay 10-inch move because it suffered 15 wounds, right? 15 is not for. What do? There's So most people just stayed at 10. Now 12 to 15. There it is. Yeah, clearly it's top bracket, right? Yeah. There's actually no answer to that question if you're just being really strict about rules, right? Because very clearly it's 0 to 8. And so you only get this if you have 0 to 8. So there being nothing here for 15, if you're gonna be a robot that's trying to mechanically check everything, it would just have probably movement characteristic would read error. And the 3 heads attacks would read error, and you couldn't do anything. Obviously, being a thinking person, you're just like, yeah, it's 10. But it's nice that they fixed this. I appreciate it. Yeah, it took over a year to fix this typo, right? Yeah. But I got to do a funny backrooms meme, which I was surprised that so few people had knew about that creepypasta. But hey, I'm weird, so every once in a while I'm reminded I'm weird, and we're good. Anyway, that's the only STD update. So yeah, you fixed a typo. But the real news is that you have an entire Battletome to look forward to this winter. Huzzah. Awesome. That's great. Next. The next? Errata. Fireslayers. If a friendly Fireslayer model is slain within 12 of multiple Auric Flamekeepers, does the dice beside all of the Auric Flamekeepers in range increase by 1? The answer is obviously no, because similar questions like this were asked of OBR, and they said absolutely not. Oh, never mind, it's yes. Cool. Alright. Hey, congratulations. Also, the Battlesmith. The one we've all been assuming was going to happen. It did. If this unit issues the rally command to a friendly Fireslayer's unit, you can return 1 slain model to the unit that receives this command on a 4-up instead of a 6. Notice that they put the Fireslayer's keyword in there, which I want to say we knew they would, but it was possible they didn't notice or something like that, I guess. This is good. I like this change. It's the proper change. People who wanted Fireslayers to become absolute clown fiesta of allies regenerating just fucking anything instead of Fireslayers, insanity. Get that shit out of here. Resist and destroy all soup that you see, for it is evil. Anyway, this is a good change. And I'm very happy that they made it Fireslayers like they should have. Only good things here, I guess. This one's kind of weird. But I don't think these guys are particularly good anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, that's that update. Fun detected and errated. I don't even think that was fun. I think that was stupid. I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate everyone using allies and using the same fucking models back and forth. And use your own stuff. What if your own stuff is dumb soup because you're dumb soup impulse painter? Then suffer under the choices you have made. Take responsibility. But also have fun playing the game. Battletome Seraphon. The most powerful army in the game right now, Thunder Lizard. Are they getting a balance change or anything like that? Well, this is an errata, but... Spoiler, the answer is no. It's a White Dwarf fucking Path to Glory thing. Alright, yeah. False alarm. You thought that something happened. Nothing happened. Magenta text was a ruse. Next. Ideneth Deepkin. When casting the Tsunami of Terror spell, can I pick the same enemy unit multiple times? And then the Chad face? Yes. This is surprising to me. Because Tsunami of Terror. Tsunami of Terror is a spell that has a casting value of 7, range of 12. Kind of short range. But let's read on. If cast, pick up to D3 enemy units within range and visible. Subtract 1 from save rolls for attacks made with melee weapons that target that unit. Until your next hero phase. Now, it doesn't say pick up to D3 different enemy units. In all fairness, it doesn't say different. If it did, it would mean you have to pick different ones. And you are forgiven for assuming that the default way of reading this implies different, because you have to choose D3 enemy units. Obviously, you can't choose the same one twice, right? Well, actually, the default state, as far as the game is concerned, is yes. You can pick the same one multiple times, unless you're told not to. So, Eidolon of Mathland aspect of the Sea gamers, please enjoy your essentially D3 extra rend on enemy unit spell, which is pretty good. That's a pretty good spell. I mean, it's only got a 12-inch range, right? But the caster it's attached to is a 12-inch flyer with a 3-up, 5-up, with a, okay, not very impressive combat profile, let's be honest. But a reroll casting and dispelling, double caster, double unbinder. This is, this shit's pretty good. This shit's actually pretty good. Anyway, as an Ideneth Deepkin player who has had a wave Chad for a long time and it's never been good, I am kind of pleased. If I have multiple Akhelian King units in my army, can I use the Lord of Tides ability with each Akhelian King unit? The answer is obviously yes. Oh wait, no. The answer is no. The Lord of Tides ability can only be used once regardless of the number of Akhelian King units in the army. This is one of those, in my opinion, as I said on Twitter, Games Workshop is, due to the conventions under which they write their rules, it is often a little blurry. When on a war scroll they are talking about what the unit does, and when on a war scroll they are telling you to do something with the unit, and then one step even farther back on the war scroll, telling you what you are allowed to do amongst all of them, and then like choosing one or something like that. So this is a reasonable, question and answer. To say nothing of the balance of it. From the balance of it, the answer is obviously no. But it's interesting that from a rules perspective, it is also no. Let's read. Once per battle at the end of your charge phase, you can pick up to D3 different friendly unit. Ideneth Deepkin units wholly within 12 of any friendly units of this ability. If you do, until the end of that turn, the units you picked are affected by the High Tide ability from the Tides of Death battle table, in addition to any other abilities from the Tides of Death table they are affected by. So the reason you can only, by the rules, I consider this more of a reminder, but So once a battle among any friendly units with this ability. That's the important part. So they mean among any number of Achillean kings, you can choose one of them once a game and do this. And so people could have interpreted this as once per battle each one does, but no, it's in fact any. And any is usually not like a limiter or a restrictor. Subconsciously in your head, when you're thinking about the word any, you're like, oh, this is widening the stuff, but actually it's shrinking it from a requirement standpoint in this particular case. Anyway, from a balance perspective, the answer was obviously no. But from the rules, no, you just play with one king. Got it. How many scenery pieces can I set up if I use the Rune of the Surging Gloomtide Artifact of Power? You must set up 2 because that's what a Gloomtide shipwreck is. It is 2 pieces, either connected or disconnected. So this is just a clarification. That's what the terrain feature is. It's 2 of them, either connected or not. Anyway, Domhain, Namarti Savages. Checking the tapes here. This was that one Namarti ability that everybody read and was like, excuse me, what the fuck are you letting me do? Domhain. If you take the first turn in the current battle round in your combat phase, after a friendly Domhain Namarti unit has fought for the first time that phase, if there are no enemy units within 3 of that Domhain unit, meaning, yeah, the big paragraph. If your Namarti destroy an enemy, they can then, during combat, after they have destroyed that unit, charge in the combat phase, resolve that charge, and then immediately fight a second time still during combat. I should say, I said immediately. Immediately has a game definition, and it doesn't apply here. You can then pick that unit a second time. So, if you take the second turn in the battle round, you can issue redeploy up to 3 times in the same phase. If a friendly Domhain hero does so, each command must be received by a friendly Domhain unit. No command point is spent on the second and third time this unit receives that combat. So, all they really changed here was a little clarification on the second half of this, as far as I can see. Yeah, it's just clarifying the language on, instead of multi-ball, like one command ability targets 3 instead of target 1, they decided to let it use it 3 times, and then you don't pay for the second or third. So it's just like a different way of resolving the same ability, essentially. I thought they were going to nerf this ability. They decided not to nerf it, and I have to say, as a person waiting for some Beast Claw Battle Tome action, I am interested in fight, then charge during combat, then fight again as a mechanic in the game. I am very interested in that ability being in the heads of the rules writers when they're, at least probably right now, might just be working on a Beast Claw. Half of a Battle Tome. How do you charge something that you're already base to base with? You don't. It says so right here. If there are no enemy units within 3 of that Namarti unit. So right there. So this is like you have destroyed it and it is gone. And now if nothing is within 3 of you, you can charge. Yeah, you got to finish something off. This is essentially smashing and bashing. Idnef Deepkin style. Moving on. Eidolon and Mathland aspect of the sea. Oh, it got the totem keyword. Damn. 18-inch command abilities. Sick, dude. Actually sick. Voltanos gets Deep Mare. Kallian King gets Deep Mare. And Lotan. Lotan the Brotan. What do you got for me? Warden of the Soul Ledgers, Fount of Willpower. Let's read the first one first. Lotan, what are you doing? What are you doing with that font in your hand? Once per battle, if this unit is on the battlefield at the start of your hero phase, you can pick 1 ritual from the Isharan Rituals table and 1 friendly Thievkin unit wholly within 12. Until your next hero phase, the unit you picked is affected by that ritual. In addition to any others, it is affected by double Ritties, and it's automatic. Big. What did they change it to? Once per battle, if this unit is on the battlefield at the start of your hero phase, you can pick 1 ritual from the Isharan Rituals table and 1 friendly Idnet Deepkin unit wholly within 12 of this unit. Until your hero phase, the unit you picked is affected by that ritual in addition to others it is even if the Tides of Death ability required for that ritual does not apply. Cool, okay. So this is a little bit of clarifying text to furthermore allow the ability to do anything instead of not do anything. All right, yeah, Classic errata. It's just cleaning up the language. It does indeed do what you think it did, you know, so on and so forth. I like it. IDK update was cleaned up this language a little bit, or rather changed the convention upon which they describe these sort of multi-ball command ability effects. Fine. Totemon aspect of the sea is legit. Deep Mare on these guys is cool. Lotan's ability just clarified. This just clarified. Also, this just clarified, although it's probably news to many people, including people who probably just skimmed it. So, good. And Tsunami of Terror is the shit. Is Aspect of the Sea broken or an auto choose? I actually don't think so. He's just good. And that's never been the case before, so good work. I appreciate it. All right, not bad. Any more errata? Nope, that was it. All right, errata over, news segment complete. Done and done.